I love you. I have to go really quick before I cry. Okay? Love you, baby. I'm gonna miss you so much. Ooh, I gotta go.
It's happening!
Thanks for the ride, Mama.
You're welcome. Have a good time. Love you.
Love you.
Yeah.
Bye, thank you.
Alright, so have safe fun.
Reservation for 2, please. We just ran through the JFK airport to make our connection. We're sweating. Someone was sitting in our seat, so I gave him a big ol' gong.
We're waiting for our baggage. London. Official first pint.
This is from Beavertown. It's an IPA from England, which is strange. So.
A pie. First coffees. This is for Kel. The shake. Look at you and your tiny flat white.
I'm gonna be drinking flat whites the entire stay.
Why?
They're delightful and they're small and cute.
Oh, I'll be drinking these. Oh, look at that. Look at that double decker.
We're in London.
Okay, we're in the hotel room. We couldn't record anything during traveling, and we'll explain that later. It was stressful. Okay. We took showers, took a nap.
We've scraped off the lizard skin.
We are gonna go find food. Probably just do that and then come back and go to sleep so we can be ready for tomorrow.
Get wacky.
How is it? This is the thing I noticed here in London. They have full doors in all the restrooms. No, like, gaps. Lena Stores. Probably the best pasta we've ever had.
Absolutely one of the best pastas I've ever had in my whole life.
Oh my god, babes. Oh my god, babes. Now we're going to find the river. Our restaurant gave us free limoncello.
He came back after we had paid our tab and said, "Oh, do you drink?
Do you drink? Do you party?" And
we said, "Hell yeah, brother."
Hell yeah, brother, we do. And he gave us a digestive.
So, for those of y'all that have not been to the UK before, Americans think that this is just kind of a drawing or something on a postcard that signifies that they're in Europe, but they are real. They have red telephone booths here.
Collect call?
Quick! What's the number for 911?
Stop. We just ate, and now we just want to go look at the river, just so we can see, get our bearings a little bit, see the city. We don't know where we are. But that's okay.
When we travel long distance, we typically have the first day when we get into town just be a freebie. Like, we don't have anything planned. We know that we're probably going to take a nap when we get to the hotel.
Yeah, which we did.
So we took a nap and we got ready and went and had dinner, and
now we're exploring.
Just getting the lay of the land.
I literally just said, "Where's the Shard?" and Adam goes, "Look left." Oh. That is, what, is that the tallest building in London?
It was,
for sure.
And the top broke off. Do you see how it's all broken?
I'm gonna punch you in the face.
God save the Queen.
Oh my god, babes.
It isn't, I mean, we had this trip planned 2 years ago, and we've been talking the whole time we've been traveling here that it's kind of been this abstract thought in our heads that we're gonna be here. And then yesterday we got picked up and got shoved into the door of the airport and said, "Have a good time." It's quite surreal being here.
What is that? Is that the White House? Did you go? Who knows? A shooting star! What the hell was that? Did you see that?
Yeah.
What was that?
I don't think that was a shooting star.
What was that?
Maybe it was.
There's no stars out. What? First plaque of the trip.
We should start a segment called Plaques with Adam.
We should.
This building was made in the 12th century, so sometime in between 1100 and 1200. It was basically when bishops from the Catholic Church visited London, they stayed. So this is basically one of the walls of the Great Hall. So it's one like a meeting area where they all eat. And
Very British.
that wall is almost 1,000 years old.
That's old as hell. How's it feel? Okay, my camera died. That's why a lot of this footage is gonna be from my iPhone. What is this, Adam?
It is a monument that commemorates a fire that happened in London in the mid-1600s. It burned for 3 days. It essentially destroyed London.
Oh,
like 2/3 of London. But you can go inside of it. I don't know if it's really worth it to be.
We are not. Where are we going?
We're going to Shoreditch today. We woke up at 6 this morning and I walked around the entire Smithfield market and got us some coffee.
We're at the Breakfast Club and I just ordered my first full English. Bro. Mushrooms look like slugs. I'm so excited to try blood sausage for the first time and beans.
It's a Banksy.
It's a Banksy. This is our first Banksy. This was kind of hard to find because they're doing all this work around here. Yeah, we are definitely inside of an active construction zone.
There's actually a couple in the States as well, but he's from England, so no one knows who he is.
Except for
Banksy.
Everywhere we go, Adam mentions the tile, and it is true. There's lots of cool tile around here.
I'm also a tile setter, so it
That's also his career.
so it makes sense why.
Kind of like how I look at everyone's hair and I'm like, you need my card.
Subway station has different tile styles. Britain has a very unique tile identity.
It's very cool.
But every train station has a different style of tile. It's very cool.
We're trying to find this store called Labor and Wait that Adam's been eyeballing for months. Oh, there's Box Park, babe.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. Alright, we went to Labor and Wait. Adam got a couple of things, but look at the tile on the outside. He was freaking out. Now we're just gonna explore Brick Lane. Is that where we are?
Yeah.
Up your butt around the corner. Imagine somebody just paints your face and you like go by it. Sounds gay. I'm in.
There it is.
Oh. Here we are. Bagel Bike. Bagel Bake. The bagel shop. We're gonna get one later and share one because we just ate our full Englishes, but this is kind of crazy to see it. IRL.
The one with the yellow sign is the first one. And
This is the copycat.
right, that one's been here since the mid-1800s. This one's been here since the 70s. But now the white sign one is the most popular. Everyone goes there apparently. But this one's been around for
the T.
a long time. That place was made during the American Civil War. Think about that.
Think about that. We came in for one, but now I want all of them.
We will be having more than one.
We each got 2 chocolates. Just a heads up, this was the first place it has ever smelled like pee in the whole city so far.
Just like home. It's also, it's probably 80 degrees right now.
Yeah, I'm wearing the one tank top that I own.
Yeah, so we're gonna get these out of the bag really quick and then try them.
Chocolate review. Guys, look at this. It's sparkly. It's like a toffee chocolate. It's so cute. 4 little chocolates were like £6.
which is not cheap.
That's not cheap. What was it, like $7.50, $8?
I think it's like $8.
Should I try it?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Sorry. Just farted.
You could be farting on camera. I'm not a big chocolate person in general. But this is really good. And people from England say that American chocolate tastes like literal garbage. I think they might be right.
This one's got, it's mango, like a little pipette. So you.
Would you eat that?
No, you think you squeeze it. I hope that's plastic. I'm not gonna eat it.
Try it.
So you, yeah. So you squeeze it and then you eat it. So.
Mmm.
So good. This place has some sort of a philanthropic nature to it. I think it's.
What does that mean?
They're showcasing that it's. I believe it's all African chocolate versus like from Colombia or South America or something like that.
Come on!
Get out down.
We are! This is like a honeycomb chocolate or something.
Is it shining? Is it shimmering?
Mmm!
Is it splendid?
Look! There's honeycomb inside of it. I've never had honeycomb. Oh, it's so good. This is not another salon.
But it is a salon.
It's not another.
It's not another salon.
I've been following them on Instagram for my entire life. I was wearing a ghost shirt.
I know, I saw that.
Look at this. Look at this is a photograph.
This is a
This
photograph.
is a photograph.
Every time I hear it makes me laugh. This is a photograph.
Spray painting right now. Kind of goes to show if you don't treat everything that's a public art as a crime, you get pretty amazing things. In America, we want to eat the rich, and in England, they just want to give them a little cheeky stab.
We're on to go to the Doc Martens store. My whole goal this whole trip was to buy a pair of Docs in London. And I didn't bring mine. And I've been holding off for the last few months buying a pair that I wanted because I knew I wanted to buy some here. So we're gonna go do that. Where are we at?
It's called Box Park, and it's essentially this large outdoor / indoor restaurants and
Multiple restaurants.
multiple bars, a lot of retail spots, but it's all shipping containers. It's very hot.
It's hot today. We're trying to find a
Sweat.
cold bevy.
So we're gonna try to get a beer. We found the only area that has some semblance of air conditioning. And I've got a cold beer here. It's an import. It's a Coors Light from the United States.
I missed that entire joke. I don't know what this is. I just got an apple seltzer of some sort. Hot tip when you're out and you need to pee, come to a Box Park and use their restrooms. And also,
No matter where you are in the world, come here.
come here. This is the one place
They
you
have restrooms here.
have to pee.
You have to.
You have to see the toilet. Get here. But really, that's a pro tip because apparently they're far and few between public restrooms.
On Shoreditch High Street.
We're on High Street and like 12 other streets. Way across there.
Beers.
All the beers in the world.
Goose Island.
Which is from Chicago. Do you think anybody can see that guy? Okay, we're gonna go to Spitalfields. We're not hungry, but we have to at least see it.
This video is gonna look like these things are all right next to each other.
They're very much not.
We're staying right by Smithfield Market, and to get to Shoreditch it was about, I don't know, like 15-minute train ride.
Yeah. I wish we could pack these up in our suitcase. Whistles.
Can we go to...
It's my favorite store, Whistles.
to go to this shop. It's called...
Does that say meh English restaurant? Meh.
Where?
Right above the door.
Have
This
you been
English
there?
restaurant is
Have you been there?
meh. Meh. Oh, I just caught her spilling her food. Wow, look at my British husband.
It's crazy. Look at that skyscraper. All amazing modern architecture. And then you look right over here, and this thing's probably been there for like a million years. We just walked by a building that was built 70 years before America was a country.
Thank God they have a Peloton. St. Paul's Cathedral. It took me until just now to realize that these are only tourist buses and that their regular buses are about to get on one. Gosh. We're in line for the Sky Garden. Get your tickets ahead of time.
It's free.
It's free. Big bites.
Only gold bite.
Oh my days. That's where we were last night, right? London? Is that London Bridge?
We walked over London.
We crossed that one and then came down this one, yeah. What's that like battleship? What the hell is that thing out there? That big spike.
It's the Eiffel Tower.
You can see Paris from here.
I'm gonna tell you what you're looking at. His Majesty's Service Belfast.
How did you know that's what that stood for?
Because I'm very smart.
The gherkin. We haven't seen the gherk yet.
I love how someone just spent entire lives learning how to do architecture, millions upon millions of pounds to build that, and then everyone calls it the pickle.
It's my favorite food. Therefore, my favorite building. We're at Nando's, and so far it smells like a farm down here. Here we go, we got the setup.
It was the okayest chicken I've ever eaten.
We just walked by this area and I said, this looks very Harry Potter. And then turned the corner. This is like where some of Harry Potter was filmed. Or
This represents the area of London leading to the original the Leaky Cauldron.
the Leaky Cauldron.
And was the inspiration for the magic potion which made
Diagon Alley.
Diagon?
Diagon.
Diagon Alley. You're a blizzard, Harry. Have you seen that meme? Have you seen that? His little face on a blizzard from Dairy Queen.
You feel like you're in Harry Potter.
No, I do. I knew there was a reason I wanted to come in here. Whoa. I did not anticipate coming to England to get a sunburn. What the heck? It's only 7:45 and we may or may not be in for the night to end our second day. We've been awake since 5:30. Today we've done 18,000 steps. We walked 8.1 miles and we've climbed 22 flights. My dogs are barking. My dogs are barking. I personally didn't have any, I guess, expectations for London. Especially last night when we were walking around 10 o'clock. There was like nobody out. It was empty. Today there was so many people on the street. I think like after work people meet at the pubs and just drink outside on the streets. There's one near that whatever hall that looks like from Harry Potter, and there was like 60 people outside of it standing drinking, and they're all like in their work attire. So that's interesting. That's not something that we have at home. Just so many more people, and I guess it is a mega city. Anyways, it's supposed to be cooler tomorrow. What are we doing tomorrow? I think we're doing Tower of London and going to cross Tower Bridge, and I think we're gonna go to Borough Market. I didn't end up finding the docs that I wanted, or I did find them, but they didn't have my size. So we're gonna hopefully try another Doc Martin store tomorrow. We have a reservation at Hawksmoor, which Adam is so excited about. It's all he's been talking about. So that's tomorrow. That's next.